Welcome back. The Growth Agenda. Magal, Hassan Kafi.
Yeah.
So today for our new episode, we'll be talking about current events. And one of the biggest stories in the world right now is obviously US and Iran and Israel. It's not even about the war anymore. Now it's about the ceasefire. What's in it, what's not in it. Is Lebanon included? Is it not? Is the Strait of Hormuz included or is it not? The money that the US, the asset that Iran has outside in the world that US froze, do they get it back? Don't they get it back?
Yeah, and is it a win-win situation for both parties involved?
Or did somebody lose?
Yeah.
So let's get it started. What is actually happening right now? There is obviously the ceasefire. Where is it being held? Who's talking?
Yeah.
What's the expectation?
Well, obviously the U.S. asked for a ceasefire, right?
Yeah.
They've been asking for weeks, and I think Iran, one of their main points was that they're not just going to grant you ceasefire without certain conditions being met.
Of course.
And one of those conditions is that, the original condition was that for them to stop the bombardment of, attacking Iran permanently, right?
Yeah.
Because Iran did not ask for this war. They were never looking for this war, right?
Yeah.
It was the US and of course Israel also who was pushing for this war. But now this ceasefire, they wanted to grant, I think Iran finally agreed on the condition that, Lebanon was part of it.
Yes.
They will open the Strait of Hormuz, and also it has to be included Lebanon, right?
Yes.
And I think that was smart of them because they cannot, in the end, abandon Lebanon, because Lebanon is part of them, they're supporting them, right?
Yes.
So obviously, that did not happen, right?
Yeah.
They attacked. The
next
Lebanon.
day, I think Israel killed 350 people or something.
Yeah, and
something
over
crazy.
100 missiles. They fired over
100 targets.
Yeah, 100 targets, which is one of the worst attacks in Lebanon, and unfortunately, back to square one.
Yes.
Right.
So now the second part, because yesterday, as of Saturday, as of Friday afternoon, they had a meeting in Islamabad, in Pakistan. There's a lot of things coming out from it, but there's nothing saying, yes, we came to a formal agreement. So what do you think? They're going to have another one or no?
It's hard to say, man. I mean, you can never trust the US, right?
Yeah.
They're always playing games, right?
No, because the weird thing about the US is you have the negotiators saying one thing and then Donald Trump saying another thing. So who do you trust? The negotiating team or Donald Trump? Because he's back in the US, he's sitting in his office, Mar-a-Lago, wherever, and he's just tweeting out. So do you take his word or do you take the negotiator's word?
I don't know if they're trying to buy some time, even negotiations, it takes time, right? That's sort of like a brief ceasefire, right? Because negotiations, it takes time, right? So, I mean, it's hard to say, but I can never trust the US.
It's crazy.
Right, so.
Like, to actually say that out loud. To be like, I can't trust the person I'm negotiating with.
Yeah.
It's a weird concept.
Yeah, I mean, how many times they broke their word, right?
So, they're going on number 2 with Iran.
Yeah.
So maybe this one will be number 3.
Yeah, so I mean...
No, because what Iran said was on Thursday, was it Thursday or was it Tuesday?
Tuesday, I believe.
So Tuesday, once the ceasefire came in, Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan sent out a tweet and he's like, hey, we came to an agreement and Lebanon and everything is included. Those were his words. Lebanon and everything is included.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you remember what happened?
Yeah.
Israel bombed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Kuwait said we got bombed, or we had a couple of things coming into our airspace. Iran said we had a couple of things coming into our airspace.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing foul and saying it wasn't me, it was you, it was you, it was you.
Yeah.
Everybody's pointing fingers at everybody else. And then the US just kind of came out and said, yeah, Lebanon's not included. That was the first major blow. Soon as the U.S. said,
you see, they could have said that loud and clear in the beginning of
Yes.
the negotiation, right?
Yeah.
They could have said loud and clear, but for them to say afterwards,
Yeah.
I think they're just covering it for Israel, right? And I think Israel is trying to sabotage the ceasefire
yes,
because they do not want peace. They don't want this war to stop.
yep.
They want to continue, you know.
No,
and-
Israel needs ground forces in Iran because they figured it out. They can't win from the air. It's been going on for 40 days.
yeah,
They bombed everything they can think of.
yeah.
And Iran is still sending out missiles and drones.
Yes.
I don't know if it's just appearing from the sky or
Yeah.
they have millions of them underground, but they know they can't win from the air. So Israel is saying, hey, get on foot. Get the soldiers and the army there on foot. And the U.S. does not want to go,
Yeah.
but it looks like they're being forced into going.
Yeah, it looks like that. It appears like that. They don't want to go into war,
Yeah.
but I think they're.
They can't control themselves, they can't help themselves, and
Yeah.
they're just getting pushed and pushed and pushed until they fully go in.
I think Israel has just too much strong influence with Congress and with the government that they will do on behalf of their bidding, right?
Exactly. Like it's weird, it's strange,
Yeah.
especially to have like such two contrasting powers.
Yeah,
U.S. is up here, Israel's down here. But when it comes to politics, it's the other way around.
so what do you think this ceasefire will come out of it?
I don't think anything's going to
Next
come out of it.
24 hours, obviously they will report,
They'll report it out. I think Iran's going to get most of what it wants. Because I was reading an article today, I think it was from the New York Times or something, and they said that one of Iran's 10 points was the assets that are frozen to be released.
Yeah.
And the U.S. agreed.
And also to uplift the sanctions, right?
The sanctions, I don't think that's going to change.
No, they did. That's part of their negotiation.
I know it's part of the negotiation.
Remove the sanctions.
But
right?
I don't think the U.S. is going to remove a lot of the sanctions. They'll remove some,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're going to remove all of it.
Because they have, they bombed a lot in Iran,
Yes.
right? They destroyed a lot of infrastructure, which takes time to build and rebuild, right?
No, because one of the points that Iran's asking for is reparation.
Yeah.
So all the things that you destroyed, pay me. I don't know if they're going to get it,
Yeah.
but at least if U.S. is not going to pay them billions and billions of dollars, they can unfreeze some of the assets and say, hey, we unfroze your assets, use that to build yourself. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So instead of saying, hey, we'll give you,
Yeah.
this house costed $1 million, that building was 10 million, this was 10, this was that. Instead of going one by one and trying to add the money together and say, hey, U.S., you owe me 200 billion,
Yeah.
they can just say, hey, we unfroze your 15 billion that you couldn't touch before, now you can. Use that to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that might be a different option for the U.S.
So if you're saying that Iran may get most of their wishes,
They'll get most of their wishes.
I think one thing that was going to happen, if that happens, is the U.S. is going to frame it in a way that they want.
Of course. No, this is a PR war.
Yeah, it's a PR war.
Everybody's going to
Because
say we won.
They're not going to say, hey,
No.
we gave Iran what they wanted. They're going to frame in a way,
Of course.
award it in a way that, they got what they want.
That's the same thing that the other guy's going to say. No matter who wins, who loses,
Yeah.
they're both going to write their own history.
Yeah.
So U.S. is going to say we won.
Yeah.
We destroyed everything. Now they're starting from scratch, and now they're more receptive to us. Iran's going to say, we're still standing, so we won. You know what I mean? Like the army's still here,
Yeah.
the IRGC, the Khomeini is still here, the politicians still here, the same government still here. We won. U.S. is going to say, yeah, we destroyed all their armies, all their navies, all their planes, all their boats. We won. So everybody's going to frame it as we won.
It's funny how when this war started, the war in Gaza was still continuing.
Yeah.
And you know how the focus shifted away from Gaza and now towards Iran?
Yeah.
And they're still doing damage in Gaza.
No, not even just in Gaza, in the West Bank.
Yeah.
right now, I read an article, I think it was 2 days ago I read it. They gave rights to 9 new settlements. Just so within this week.
As always, they're expanding.
Of course. Like 9 new settlements, that's 9 new towns.
Yeah.
So they're always expanding.
And you know, the funny thing is, I also read an article 2 years prior to the war in Gaza, that they discovered oil in Gaza.
Yeah, it was outside. It's in the coast.
Yeah,
I seen that one. And the Palestinians don't have a say in it.
Yeah, and it's very ironic that after that, then the war started, right?
Yeah.
The so-called war. I don't call it war, but they like to frame it as war, as if both parties have equal.
It's not an equal fight.
Yeah, it's not an equal fight. Yeah.
It's a toddler fighting with a grown man.
Yeah.
Like somebody's throwing rocks and the other person's throwing rockets.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not just rockets, but you know, like Israel, the defense budget, they get millions of dollars every year, right? Yeah. They get support, they get weapons from everybody,
including Canada.
Yeah, and on the other side,
nobody.
Yeah. Other than him,
Iran sneaks in a couple of things here and there.
Yeah,
but it's not by much. Like they don't get much. So Wallah is crazy. Like the way that it's going on. Like the 10 points. What I say is, I think Iran will get most of their wishes. Iran wants like few basic things. The war must stop. That's one. And it must never happen again. So like the last time that they had a ceasefire, that wasn't in the provision where they were like, never again. So what did Israel do? 6 months later, 4 months later, they started again.
Yeah.
So now they said, no more. Like once this is stopped, it stopped.
So here's 2 things that I think might happen this, right? One thing you're saying, one way is Iran may get their wish, right?
Not all of them, but yeah.
Not all of them. Let's say they get some of their wish and the war stops.
Yep.
I don't think Israel is going to stop anytime in the future. They will plan.
Of course.
They will regroup.
No, that's part of it. That's normal.
Yeah, they will because they will regroup and then they will start attacking the right time. And I think as long as Israel is in the picture and has some strong influence with the US, right? Yeah. I don't think that's going to stop. But I also think that Iran is not that stupid.
No,
right?
Of course not.
Iran is,
but that's why Iran put in, like in their points, they put in more factors that will keep them in check. So one of the things that the US wanted, there were 2 things, major ones. One is the nuclear weapons. 2 is the missile program. Iran said, the missile program, forget about it. We're not even talking about that. If you want to continue the war because of that one, we'll continue the war. Like that one's not on the table. We're not talking about it.
That's helping them survive. Yeah, right.
But Israel's main pushing point is
the missile. Yeah,
the missile.
Yeah,
because before nobody knew how good their missiles were.
Think about it. Let's say they agreed to that deal, right? Let's say, hey,
Lebanon.
No. Let's say they said, hey, okay, we agreed we'll destroy the missile program, everything. Do you really think Israel is not going to attack again?
No, but that's why I said they're going to become the next Lebanon.
Yes.
Where every weekend a plane flies
Syria,
over and just...
Or Iraq or whatever, right? So
they have an Israeli plane every weekend.
Yeah.
Doof, 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 and then just fly back.
Yeah.
So Iran said, the missile program won, we're not talking about it. Like, that's not on the table. You know what, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
They shouldn't even include the other program, which is what?
The nuclear?
Yeah, the nuclear. I don't think they should. That should be off the table as well. In my opinion,
even with the nuclear program, Iran said we're using it for civilian use.
Yeah.
If you want to come and check to make sure that we're not doing it for missile programs, we're fine with that. Come and check. But we're using it for our internal use, and that one we have every right to do it.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah.
So that one is a negotiation. How much can they enrich it? How much can they have?
So my question to you is, why is it this question never comes up in the media or anywhere else? Like they're always dictating, hey, destroy your missile program, destroy your nuclear, right? How come the same thing never applies to the
Israeli?
Yeah.
Because there's three things with Israel. One, they control most of the finances around the world, most of the banks. Two, they have full control of the US. And three, they always play the victim. Holocaust. Why are you doing this? Because of the Holocaust. Why are you bombing Lebanon? Because they want a Holocaust us one more time. It's a consistent. It's like a consistent victim. No matter what happens, I'm the victim. Like, have you ever seen like two little kids get into a fight, and then a grown man smacks them both around, and then you come and you're like, "Hey, why are you beating up two little kids?" He's like, "I'm the victim. Why are you talking about them?" That's who Israel is. They're always the victim, no matter what.
Yeah, it's so amazing how that question never comes up. Nobody asks them, "Hey, you guys also have nuclear weapon?"
No, they get asked, but they get told, "Shh, don't ask that."
Don't ask that, yeah.
Because most of the biggest news programs in the world have something with Israel.
Yeah, of course.
Most of the biggest TV programs, TV channels, have some sort of connection to Israel. Most of the newspapers have some connection to Israel. Because you have connections to Israel,
that really has to change.
you kind of get told, hey, we can't talk about that. Like, why does nobody ever talk about Israel having nuclear weapons? Everybody knows they have it, but nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it, yeah.
Because if you talk about it, you get told, hey,
it's like, you're complaining about your neighbor. Hey, your neighbor has weapons, one day he might attack me. But you yourself you have a history of attacking all the neighbors, everybody, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you worry about your neighbor having weapons, and you don't want them to have weapons, right?
But you have them, and you're the one destroying them.
You, hey, why do you have all this weapon?
They consistently play the victim.
Yeah.
When they play the victim, they have the TV to upplay the victim. How many Hollywood movies were there about the Holocaust? About the Jewish struggle?
Always, the victim card. Yeah.
It's always the victim. No matter what situation.
The emotional connection with the victim,
Yes.
Schindler's List.
There's so many.
So many movies, yeah.
But it's always consistently the victim.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, I am the victim. I destroyed Gaza because I'm the victim. Like right now, their biggest argument for destroying Gaza, because Gaza was a threat to us. Gaza had like 10 rockets and 3 rocks.
No, nobody's buying that, right? So I think...
No, because it's all over TV.
Yeah.
It's every channel that you go to on TV, Israel is the victim. Not Iran, not Lebanon, not Iraq, not Jordan, not Syria, not Yemen. Israel is the victim. The biggest people on the planet, the biggest money, they're fighting for Israel. So that's the reason why they're always getting away with all this things.
The different news outlets, everything is like a network supporting.
Even the UN.
Yeah.
Anybody that ever
is a joke, man.
No, but anybody that ever talked about Israel, they were always getting lobbied to get out because the U.S. told them you can't come to the U.S. for meetings. The UN has an office in New York. You're telling me the president of the UN cannot fly to New York? What does New York have anything to do with Israel?
Yeah. There's a lot of Jewish influence in New York as well, right?
No, but it's the U.S.
Yeah.
The U.S. has the biggest influence. And the U.S. is the one that's driving this force. Israel's at the back saying, hey, Donald Trump, talk for me. Lindsey Graham, talk for me. Ted Cruz, talk for me.
The Christian Zionist.
Yeah, do you remember that interview with Tucker Carlson? Ted Cruz? Like, it was insane.
Yeah, he was trying to quote the Bible, saying that they have, for some reason they have to support,
Yeah. Like, if
Jews.
You support them, you get blessed.
Yeah, you get blessed. And he asked him, where did you get that? And he said, he doesn't know. He doesn't know on top of his head, right?
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean, though. So for them, they have very large influence. And because they have a very large influence, they can get away with a lot of things. And they can frame the story however they want. But now, because of the world is changing, you have TikTok and Instagram and everybody has a cell phone. Everybody can see exactly what's going on.
Honestly, Israel is going to be always in the way.
Yes, but they don't want anything other than violence. They just want a war. That's it. They don't want nothing. They say we want you to stop the nuclear program.
Yeah.
Iran said, yes, we'll do it. They weren't happy with it.
They were not happy with it, I know.
So they don't want anything. They just want more violence.
More violence, yeah.
They want Iran to be the same as Lebanon, where they can fly their plane over anytime they want, bomb the president's house, and then fly back with no consequence. And that doesn't make sense.
In other words, just be a sitting duck, basically, right? So,
like, let me do whatever I want, and you can't say nothing about it. And nobody's gonna allow you that. Even Gaza that had nothing, they still can't win. They destroyed 90% of the infrastructure, the houses and the buildings, the universities, and they still can't win. Now imagine Iran, that's like 1,000 times the size of Gaza. How are they gonna win?
Yeah.
They can't.
So let's hope at least they come to some kind of agreement that benefits both parties, except of course, not Israel, right? I really much don't care about them.
No,
right?
But even with Israel out the way, I think the problem is still like the Middle East guys, the GCC.
Yeah.
They need to make up their mind.
Because
they have to pick a side.
They're not clear on which side to pick. I think they just...
No, because it seems like they picked the U.S. side.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like they picked the U.S. side. Like they say it bad mouth. It's like, oh, Iran, we just want to be brotherly neighbors and this and that.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
Well, one thing for sure, UAE surely picked one side.
They picked a side.
They already picked a side.
No, they
we all know
side.
that, right?
They just can't fight back, but they picked a side.
Yeah.
Like the other guys should pick a side. Qatar, Oman, Saudi, pick a side.
Pick on the side of the Chinese and the Russians, right?
No, because when the war was at its height, and the whole world was like, hey, we need oil, we need this, we need that. Iran said, hey, anybody that wants oil, we have no issue with it. They can go through the Straits of Hormuz with 2 conditions. 1, you have to buy and sell in yuan, the Chinese.
Yeah, in Chinese, yeah.
If you sell it in that, no issues. If your boat wants to go across empty, no issue. So those 2 things, we have no problem. We just don't want anything linked to the US or Israel.
Israel, yeah.
If it's outside of that.
And that's very smart of them, right?
Yeah,
it's
and
very smart tactic.
If it's outside of that,
yeah.
Hey, China, you want stuff? Buy it in yen. Hey, Korea, Japan, you want boats, you want gas? No problem, just pay it in yuan. You can have as much as you want. Pay in yuan. So they turned the table.
Yeah, on US, I know.
On the US. They said to the rest of the world, whoever wants gas, we're not gonna stop the ships. They can go through any time. The only catch, pay in yuan. Now, what they said is, with the ceasefire, they said any boat can go through with 2 conditions. 1, pay in yuan. 2, you're gonna pay us in Bitcoin. So any boat that comes in,
pay them in
call
Bitcoin.
us, and we're gonna send somebody, come on board, we'll check, and then we'll say, yeah, you're not carrying any weapons, you're good to go. You're selling this gas in yuan? Yes, we are, no problem. And pay us our cut in Bitcoin.
In Bitcoin, yeah.
But instead of saying it's a toll fee, the smart thing that they said is, it's a check-in fee.
Check-in fee, yeah.
Because we're checking that you're not carrying U.S. weapons. So you have to pay us for our time that we're checking.
Which is all smart also. Either way, they're making money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they said, we're going to come on every boat. If it's empty, we're not charging. If it's empty, we're not charging you. Just go through. If you're full of whatever, we'll come on board. We'll look. You're not carrying any guns, and you're paying in yuan. Go right through. Just make sure you pay us our, because we came on to check. So pay us for our time, which is smart.
I think they should have charged the Strait of Hormuz when ships were going so many years. They should have charged them some kind of a fee or something, man. I was surprised to find out that they never charge anything.
No, because most of the places, they don't charge anything. The only places that charge is the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
That's the only major one that charges. So the Straits of Hormuz doesn't charge. The Greenland one doesn't charge. There's another one called the Malacca Strait. It also doesn't charge.
Okay.
The Malacca Strait is even bigger than the Straits of Hormuz.
Okay.
Because they have about 90% of what goes to Asia. Like all the gas that goes to Asia goes through that one little strait. And that strait is between, Singapore, I think Thailand and stuff like that. And nobody charges them. And that one is even smaller. Like the narrowness, it's even smaller.
But now that changed. Now because of the war and all that damage to their infrastructure, they're going to have to start charging.
No, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
But instead of even charging, as long as they can come to an agreement and say, hey, check in.
Yeah.
Like we can, we'll have, like what Singapore does, like the way that they charge, because Singapore makes about roughly 15 to $20 billion a year from just boats going across.
Okay.
They don't charge a single one to go across.
Okay.
But what they do is they build ports that the ships can come in for repair.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of like a mechanic shop.
Yes, they open up like a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
And then what else they did, they put up like bunch of guys, like guides. So as somebody will come, you're carrying like a big ass boat.
Yeah.
Somebody will come and they'll say, hey, come follow me, I'll show you the route. They'll show you the route, you'll pay that person.
Okay.
So it's not a government institution.
So they're providing a service.
Providing a service.
Which they...
So there's always ways to come around and make money on it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So as long as you can come around and make money on it, you can.
And I think Iran is going to come around and figure out a way to make money off it.
Of course. Because right now they've seen it.
Yeah.
The amount of strength that they have, they're never going to let it go.
No, they won't. And you know what? With this ceasefire, I'm hoping if it gives them time, both parties, I hope it's a long term, at least a couple of months. Yeah. I think Iran is going to also try to get a little bit more stronger militarily.
Of course. No, there was a thing that I was reading about, I think it was the Financial Times or the Washington Times. They were saying
Post?
Washington Post.
Okay.
So they were saying that China is shipping arms to Iran. So there's a story that came out, I think it was last week, when the F-15 got shot down.
Yeah.
Was it last week or the week before?
It was last week, yeah.
So when they shot it down, what they said was there was a new anti-aircraft missile. It's like a shoulder held. So it's sort of like a rocket launcher.
But it's probably more stronger than a rocket launcher, right?
No, but it's on the shoulder though.
Yeah.
It's not, you got to put it somewhere. You can just walk outside, carry it. It was
so something like that goes that high?
Yes. That was the one that shot down the F-15.
Wow.
So what they said is China made that, and China is shipping out more to Iran. But they're doing it through like other countries. And the ambassador of China in the U.S. was like, yeah, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Like the war, we're telling everybody, U.S., you must stop. Israel, you must stop.
So they complain, why is they shipping more arms? Yeah.
So the U.S. ambassador for China, or the Chinese ambassador for the U.S. is like, we ain't got nothing to do with this.
We have nothing to do with that.
Yes, we have this program,
I mean,
but we ain't got nothing to do with this, and we're telling you, like U.S., you must stop the aggression.
It's amazing how do they really think that, okay, we're going to negotiate, let's have a ceasefire, okay, let's stop fighting, but it doesn't mean you have to stop arming yourself. No, you have to arm yourself.
Of course, but that's why I said, like the new systems that are coming in now, imagine some guy just standing in the middle of a field. Because the planes are flying low enough, because they need to hit their targets.
Oh.
And because the conventional weapons, the big ones, they take time to set it up. And because of the radar jamming and everything else, it's not gonna hit. But imagine you have like 500 army guys just standing here doing this. Even if they miss.
Wow.
So you can have 500 guys just standing out in the middle of fields.
From developing small drones with low noise and going low ground, right, flying, to now what?
The shoulder
missiles. Wow.
Like the war is changing.
They used to call that, I think that we call it bazooka.
Yeah, but it's been updated.
Yeah, so it must be updated and upgraded.
It's upgradred.
Yeah, but the old bazooka was just, you put it on your shoulder and it just, you could shoot it at a car or a vehicle or a building, right?
Yeah.
You just go straight.
Exactly.
But this one literally goes into the air.
It goes into the air, and it's got like a heat-seeking signature. So it's just gonna follow anything that's hot.
That's what I figured. I had a feeling they probably program it like that.
Exactly.
Where it'll follow the heat, and not only that,
exactly.
The air. I mean the plane, right?
So, no. It'll follow the plane. It'll follow whatever is hot.
Okay.
So that's the story that came out. That's how the U.S. F-15 got shot down. It was by a random guy standing in the field doing this, firing it at the sky. Because all the other stuff that they were firing
I imagine if they go to the mountains.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, because Iran, there's a lot of mountains, right?
Exactly.
Areas, right?
So the war is changing.
Yeah.
The U.S. sees the writing on the wall. Like the longer this war goes, the more the U.S. loses. Until next time.